Strategic planning to me is really important because it both helps you dream really big for the future, but it also helps you contingency plan for worst case scenarios and just makes sure that you're prepared for both outcomes and to make sure that we continue to be a city that gives you a life better than imagined. For the future, I'm excited to hear from our residents. I don't want to speak for them, but I think a life better than imagined can be big things and it can be small things. Like if you're in a parking lot at a shopping center, you can see where people create their own path. We see you that this path would be good for you, and we just go put it down. Something as simple as that to big, huge amenities and new destinations. But what I'm really also passionate about and think people are craving is just community in a more meaningful way, whether that is like knowing your neighbors better or just more things that you can get out and go do with your friends. I think like we live in this world that feels so connected, but like if you really ask people, are you connected? Like, do you feel fulfilled? Do you feel seen? I don't know that they would answer yes. They might say like, yeah, I'm on Instagram 3 hours a day. But what does it look like for a city to step in and provide programs and physical spaces where you can actually feel connected? I would love to find a way to be a city that sees people on their hardest days and celebrates them on their best. What that looks like, I think I'd love to hear from residents, or even if that resonates, but like to me, that level of meaning and being a city that provides that would be truly unique. I think residents need to get involved in the process because it's their city. We can talk about providing a life better than imagined, but that's a goal, that's a dream. What is a life better than imagined to our residents? We can't answer that question. We can just invite the input. And so residents just need to get involved to help dream with us so that we can provide a city that they are proud to call home and where they find meaning.
I can talk about like past plans and why I don't think they worked, right? They weren't built by the community or by the staff that had to buy into them and implement them. So why is it important? It's you want something that is owned, right? You want something that's created and owned by the people that it affects. For us, having them be a part of it is important to create it, but also that's where the ideas and the energy and the thought, I think, really comes from. If they create it, they're going to own it. And by owning it, it's going to be successful. It's not just going to be sitting on some desk that nobody knows what it is, which has typically been the case. It gets produced, it's bound, it's put on a desk, and nobody can tell you what it is. To community residents, it would be a part of this, be involved. This is your city. You chose to live here, and we really, really, really care about what you want this community to be. And our job is to build the city that you want. That's what our job is, to meet the needs that you have. And so be a part of it. What's even important to provide? What services are important? We're doing the same thing we did 50 years ago. We're doing the same thing every other city does, but who even knows if it's important anymore, if our residents care about them? And more importantly, what are the things we're not doing that our residents care about? When loneliness and mental health issues become a big issue, how are we serving those? Should we be serving those? So it's really finding out what is important to the community and making sure we're doing everything we can to provide that in a way that's better than they can even imagine.